Hello from UMAi Charcuterie. Today we're going to demonstrate how to make a capicola using UMAi Charcuterie technology. So first of all, capicola is made with the coppa muscle of a pork shoulder. So you'll need to assemble the ingredients that you see here, and you'll need to buy yourself a nice piece of pork shoulder. As you'll notice, this piece of pork shoulder was only $1.75 a pound at Costco. And you'll also need a charcuterie kit, which contains UMAi Dry, Instacure No. 2, juniper berries. So assemble your ingredients and then grind all of the spices, the cure, Instacure No. 2, and salt together, and then prepare your pork shoulder. Now you will probably need to separate the picnic end of the pork shoulder for use with sausage or other applications from the coppa muscle. So here we're showing how you can differentiate these two muscles and trim off the picnic so that you have a nice round piece of meat for making your dry cured charcuterie. The capicola is usually a nicely shaped muscle so that when you have a finished product you can slice it into beautiful round pieces. So these are how the two pieces look separated. We ended up with two of these pork butts, and then we very carefully rubbed in all of the spices, salt, and Instacure No. 2. Once all of those are rubbed well into the surface of the meat, you can place the meat into a resealable bag, a Ziploc bag, and you want to put it in the refrigerator. It's a good idea to massage it every few days to make sure that the liquid that will be coming out of the meat doesn't wash away the cure on one spot or another. And after a week, you'll pull this bag out, and the two pork butts will look like this. You'll notice immediately that the texture will have changed a lot. The cure will have firmed up the meat, and it will not be very pliable at all. Then you want to thoroughly wash off all of the cure and the spices. The spices, the cure, the salt, they've all done their work now. So they're well incorporated into the meat. And then once it's washed and patted dry, you're going to coat the outside of your coppa with a good layer of some nice quality paprika. We used a blend of a smoked paprika and then a sweeter paprika. And we tied the pieces of meat with butcher's twine to give them a nice round shape. Once they're all tied and made into the shape you want, well coated, then you're going to put UMAi Dry to use. Insert the coppa muscle, the prepared meat, into the bag, and you want to grasp the opening of the bag in your fist so that it gives it some nice wrinkles. Those will help to create air channels. You want to insert a piece of the vacuum aid material. It's just a little strip of material that will help to create an air channel in a food saver style of vacuum sealer, and then engage the vacuum and seal function on your vacuum sealer. Wait until the seal has cooled, about 10 seconds or so, and if your sealer does not have a wet function, you want to seal a second time in the same place. Okay? If your sealer, on the contrary, has a wet function, one seal will probably do. After you've sealed it and you have one nice, consistent, clear seal, it's good to make a backup seal just beyond this. So use the same procedure, once for a wet seal, twice if you have only one function on your seal only, one seal only function on your sealer. Here we're doing it twice, and then you should see that you have two nice, clear, solid seals. Once the meat is all sealed up well in the UMAi Dry material, you're ready to dry for 5 to 6 weeks. You'll need to elevate your meat on an open wire rack in the refrigerator so that it has an air channel underneath it and on all sides, and just let it rest for 5 to 7 weeks. And this is what will come out. As you'll see, it has a nice clean surface. The UMAi Dry material will have bonded with the proteins on the surface, so you'll just peel it back and and you have a nice firm piece of dry cured meat. So remove the strings. There's no other sort of trimming that needs to be done. The outside surface should be nice and clean and smooth. It should look very similar to a well dry cured piece of meat that has been prepared otherwise. And when we slice it open, you'll see that the age has gone through nicely and we have some beautiful Capicola. Thank you very much for joining us here at UMAi Charcuterie.